Hello, this is James. I keep hearing about how synchros aren't meta, and I want you to tell that to the drag unit. I want you to tell that to Dragunity Militum, to Dragunity Akyls, and Dragunity Knight Vajrayana, who will lay the turn 2 smack down so fast it'll make your head spin. First, we gotta explain what's the core of the Dragunity OTK. Alright, so the core of the Dragunity OTK is actually not our Super Edge, it's not our Phalanx, it's not our Dux. Those guys, they're B squad in this deck. Our Dragunity OTK is Militum and Akyls. Akyls is normal summon, and then it summons a Militum and it equips to the Militum, and then Militum can bring the Akyls out of the back row and onto the front row, and then you can Synchro Shokan into your Dragunity Knight Vajrayana, and then you activate Vajrayana's effect, equip the Akyls, and then you have a 1900 attack point Vajrayana ready to pop off the Akyls. But before you do, you must activate the Ties That Binds, put Vajrayana at 2,000 attack points, then you pop the Akyls, and Vajrayana is at a precise lethal, at a precise 4k LP, and Akyls even gives you that sweet removal. If you pair this with anti-magic arrows, hey Trunade, non-specific removal, you have a very powerful and very quick climbing deck. Now, things don't always go perfect. We also have to have more than 10 cards in our deck. So we're gonna have Phalanx, it's good for flexibility. You can also Synchro Climb into your Stardust Dragon. Your Dragunity Dux, he's good for recovery. If for some reason the Akyls Militum combo fails, Dux can pull tuners out of the graveyard, and you can restart your engine. Since we have one Hey Trunade, 2 Hey Trunade would be best, but 1 enemy controller for that optimized ban list usage. 1 Cards of Consonance, 1 Sphere Kuriboh for protecting your Mons, and finally 3 of the Dragunity Divine-o-Lance. This is going to be great, so if you have your Militum and you don't have Akyls, you can search it with Divine-Lance. Divine-Lance also makes your Militum immune to traps, so if you don't have, for example, your Trunade or your Cyclone and you're afraid of a Treacherous, Divine-Lance protects your Militum. Treacherous will get the summoned tuner, but the Militum can forge on ahead. Now, I use this deck for some good on-stream climbing. We got from middle of plat to legend rank in about 2 hours, just ahead of the rank reset. And I know, that's not King of Games, not anything to write home about, but this was a very effective and fun deck. But the live stream footage was a little laggy, so we are going to be looking at replays, and this is the one video. There's not going to be a replays video and a live video. This is the one video. Let's enjoy these replays together. Okay, we're going second against a Bandit Chief. Now, this deck is beautiful. Is just beautiful when it works. When you draw that perfect Akyls, Militum, Divine-Lance, and your Hey Trunade. But those duels are over too quickly, so we need to show some spice. We gotta show the deck clawing out a victory when you don't draw all nice and perfect and your opponent, only sets a monster, which this deck super loves. So we got the Vampies. And what happened there was the Vampire Grace called Trap, but we did not tech in the Treacherous. We were not getting greedy. We are focusing on the Drag Unit OTK, and that means the Vampire Grace can't get the free destroy. And she targets the Phalanx for destruction. Phalanx is gonna come back, so we're gonna search another Phalanx with Divine-Lance and then summon it, and we're gonna go for the alternative win condition. Econ take cheese, Ties That Binds, lethal damage. Here we're going first against Aster Phoenix, and I have since learned that balance is actually a strong indicator of Masked Heroes. It wasn't in my experience because I'm an old man, but I have learned balanced basically means Masked Heroes, especially when it's on an Aster Phoenix. Aster Phoenix has the is that's like they level him up to get the Destiny draw, and he's likely the character that they're going to have balance on. All right, so the Anki does not attack for fear of a Masco change. We're going to go into the Militum, into the Vajrayana. Vajrayana is going to equip the Akyls, but oh no, a Floodgate Trap Hole, and that's why we want that. Hey, Trunade, we're going to prevent the Anki from destroying with our Sphere Kuriboh. Anki hits the Vajrayana, did me a favor, really. Another mass change, but declines to go for the second mass change, probably for fear of another Sphere Kuriboh. Hey, Trunade, finally. Mirror Wall stays on the field, and then we summon our Militum. So now having multiple Vajrayanas is optimal, obviously, but we don't always have those cards. And Guy Bulg is good for staving off the mass tiers because he can protect for the entire turn. So even if the opponent had morphed with their second mass change, Guy Bulg is protected for until the end of the turn with his buff up effect. We're going to go Galaxy Cyclone onto the Paleozoic Canadia, but that's fine because Guy Bulg was summoned on a previous turn, so we get one battle position change, so we get to flip him back up, and we don't have to use our protection, we don't have to use our Wing Beast in the graveyard in order to hit the Drill or Dark. So we're going to go Ties the Binds. Is this for game? No, it is for a battle step, battle phase, Paleozoic Canadia, and the Woe 1200 attack versus 1100 defense, and even removing my protection with the Cosmic Cyclone has Guy Bulg disappeared into the depths of despair. So we're gonna play this Phalanx to guard against a Masked Hero OTK. Akyls, we're just stalling for time, hoping the opponent does not draw into another Masked Hero, another Drill Dark or some such. And Dragunity Dux revives the dream of Guy Bulg. Ties that binds. Banish. We still don't have game because of the Mirror Wall. But we still have fuel for Guy Bulg's effect. And then we're going to Synchro Shokan, and this last one is just showing off. Just to get the summoning animation. No, that's silly. It's because I'm afraid, like I don't want to go through all of this and then lose to either a Sakuretsu armor or a Widespread Ruin, just because I had the opportunity to Synchro Shokan into Stardust Doragon, and I did not take it. Ties it binds! Game through a Wall of Daddy. Okay, here we're going first against Taeyeon Gardner. 20 cards. We have Militum, Dux, and Akyls. So we're gonna go Dux, Lance, Search, Phalanx. We're gonna keep our combo. Oh, and this was a fun little duel. All right, so I couldn't resist the present. Okay, this is the thing. I couldn't resist activating the present. It's destructive draw. If you don't know what this does, basically it damages my life points continuously and gives Taeyeon extra draws. So she gets 2 cards every draw phase that she doesn't have a card. I lose 700 life points during each of my end phases, and if it's destroyed, I lose 3,000 life points. So we're gonna go for the Synchro Shokan. We're gonna try and force the Vajramama. Floodgate Trap Hole, bane of the Synchros. That's why I got a Floodgate with my first stream ticket. Wall of Daddy, and it's a Warm Worm. And now we kind of make a decision. We kind of make a little bit of a decision. So we could Synchro Shokan, all right, but we have Dragunity Divine-o-Lance. So why not just make use of this trap protection and also pop Destructive Draw with the Galaxy Cyclone that our opponents so kindly milled for us. Windstorm of Etiquette, Dux is unaffected due to the effect of Lance. And he gets a nice, big, juicy one. From the Ties That Binds, the opponent realizes that I've not taken the bait, even though I did open my presents early. And they surrender. Here we're going second against Seto Kaiba, and I believe that this duelist's name is Tilt Lord. Let us see if they can live up to that moniker. So, we have the Hazy Flames and no Wall of D to protect us. So we're just gonna go, for the fat bluff, for the fat, juicy bluff. Kuriboh to protect the life points. Dux is in the graveyard, so we're gonna go Akyls, Militum. Alright, and we're not gonna go into Vajrayana. We're not gonna go, if we go into Vajrayana, we pop off the Akyls, we can't target any of the hazy monsters. And also, that protection doesn't carry through. But with the magic of Guy Bulg, we can hit this hazy, and we have 2 winged beasts, 2 protections for the Guy Bulg in the graveyard. And the Dragunity Divine-o-Lance makes it so that Guy Bulg can kill that Manticore without using its effect. We have the full set again, anti-magic arrows just to be tilters. The opponent attacks into another protected Guy Bulg, and then we're going to pop another Dragunity Divine-o-Lance. Seto Kaiba surrenders a little prematurely, and I think the Tilt Lord was tilted. Okay, here we're going second against Weevil Thunderwood. What does Weevil bring? Weevil brings the filth. We have 2 tuners, we have Cards of Consonance, that's good, and a Dragunity Divine-o-Lance. Alright, so Cards of Consonance, we draw the Parasite, puts it in our hand. That's fine. Akyls, Dux, and we can't... Alright, so now, what's happening right now? We cannot Synchro Shokan into any of our Dragunity monsters because they require a Winged Beast, and Dragon type, and Parasite makes everybody into bugs, but we do have 8 stars on the field. 5 cards for a Stardust Dragon. I hope everybody enjoys this very costly summoning animation. By the way, Weevil, thanks for the level 2. This Stardust Dragon would not be possible without you. You're just getting dominated by protagonists across the Duel Links generations, across the Yu-Gi-Oh! Generations. Anyway, so we're gonna go with Ties That Binds. Stardust for that hard Man-Eater Bug read. And also, we're gonna be disciplined. We're gonna keep our monster count to 1 because of the Lava Golem. Stardust, of course, not affected by Man-Eater Bug, or it is, but then, you know, it counters it. Okay, so Doom Doggo, Lava Golem confirmed. If we get out 2 monsters, it better be for a good reason. So we have the Woman, Amazoness Heirloom. Now, okay, so we do not protect with Kuriboh. Okay, we do not protect with Kuriboh because now Heirloom's going to activate. Now Stardust is going to activate. That's how we destroyed the Heirloom. Stardust comes back, and now contributing to my Stardust game mat getting. And now we can destroy the Woman on this turn without it being protected by Heirloom. This one we Sphere Kuriboh because that's a Woman for game. And 1,000 points, 1,000 LP against the burn deck is a dicey situation. We're going to go Galaxy Cyclone onto that back row. Ties That Binds, hit this the second Man-Eater Bug. Alright, Stardust Dragon protects himself. And now it's kind of decision time because we have to, if the opponent has another Woman, we're donezo. So, we gotta make the call. We gotta activate the Ties That Binds with the anti-cheese arrows, make the decisive attack, and end Weevil's reign of burning terror. So, that's the Dragunity OTK deck. It has a very sweet OTK combo, but it also performs very well under adversity, as I expected of the hand-picked chosen few, the Drag unit. Thank you for watching.